welcome to In Spiritual Journey. So we have the new moon in Gemini on June 18th, and I figured we'll get a little reading for each sign just to see where those energies are coming in. The new moons are all about setting intentions, and when it's in Gemini, we are getting into more of our curiosity, looking at things in a duality kind of sense and with different perspective, because we just went through Taurus season, which is all about harnessing all five senses. So now we are going out into the world, expanding, curious, looking for things. So we're going to go ahead and see how that relates to this new moon with the intention setting. So we're going to go ahead and pull some cards. I actually have the sacred geometry activations, so we're going to get one for each sign. I also have the moonology because, hey, it's the new moon. So we're going to do that. And then I have the universe tarot cards. So it's going to be just short for each sign, but we're just going to see where your energy's at. And, you know, just because if we're more aware of our energy and our vibrations and what's coming in, if we're more prepared, we can, actually stay more focused and not get as triggered or set off balance. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're first going to start with a collective. We're going to get a round for the collective. That's everyone. We're just going to see where this energy's at. All right. So let's go ahead and see, because the new moon in Gemini, Gemini is those twins, of course. They're an air sign. So, they're very curious. They're very intellectual. They're very witty. So, going out into setting those intentions with that kind of mindset, and some people might not feel as comfortable, maybe like the water signs or the earth signs might feel a little more uncomfortable with the air energy. So we're going to go ahead and see what comes up, okay? So let's go ahead and get the collective energy, all right? The collective energy during this new moon on June 18th, 2023 in the sign of Gemini. All right. So that means like in about 2 weeks, we'll have that full moon coming in Sagittarius. And full moons are all about completion. So we want to write down our intentions as well as, we have two. Write down our intentions and, kind of repeat them every night. It would be good, maybe under the moon, but just repeating them every night or day and, setting that in, making sure we visualize it and then see how it progresses progresses into that full moon, right? And also, too, if you wait till the full moon, if you remember 6 months ago what you let go of or released, and see how it interacts with the 6-month moon coming in for Sagittarius. So that would have been, what's 6 months? I don't even remember. 6 months ago would have been around December. So that would be about probably what? I don't know. I don't know. I guess the Gemini, I don't know. All right, so we have, we have synergy and romantic love for the collective. So is there some romance in the air for the collective? It's kind of weird because I feel like today I was kind of feeling like it was a kind of a funky energy. I don't know. Like something kind of just holding us down or stifling us, because there's such a shift in the planet going on that, something wants to, if you're trying to expand, it's trying to hold you down. But I don't know. We'll see. So romantic love, the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with a reflection of conscious lover. So you could be now that you have healed and you've expanded and you've filled your own cup and you've healed those triggers and things like that, you might be coming in contact with somebody that's more in vibration with you. And now that you've raised your vibration, that's a good thing, right? So there could be some romantic love coming in, and there is synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combination and unions. There you go, unions. That result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, love, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So what I'm getting here is this could be somebody that you didn't, it's not your type kind of. You might not even expect it. Or it could be somebody out of the blue that you're like, what? I didn't even expect that at all. Or somebody well, they're not usually my type, but I really am really vibing with this person, So don't be closed off to things coming in, because sometimes what we think is best for us ends up being those toxic relationships, but then we find somebody that's completely opposite of what we thought and they're the perfect match for us, right? Happens all the time. So let's get the moonology cards for the collective. All right, so let's get one for this romantic love. We'll go ahead and get two since, you know, we got two of the other one. Okay, so we had nothing is set in stone. Oh, okay. So this romantic love has this nothing is set in stone. So, you know, it could go both ways. There's always this free will in the world. So, you know, depending on if somebody accepts things, if somebody approaches us because they're afraid or like something else happens, the timing might be off, but it does look like, you know, the energy here is for this something to come of it, blossom, put it out there to be known. But it's not set in stone. It takes two, right? We all have to be on the same frequency and wavelength to receive or give it out. So there's something not quite set in stone. This could be just maybe like the acknowledgement that, hey, I'm interested in you. And it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. So it might be, you know, just kind of in the process of starting and brewing, right? So let's go ahead and get another one. Wait, let's see what's on the bottom. Don't let pride get in your way. So if something's not set in stone, it could be like an ego or pride thing. Like, they're not my type, so I'm just going to dismiss it. You know, don't close yourself off. It could, like I said, some of those unexpected things are the best thing that ever happens to us. So be open to that, okay? So let's go ahead and get the synergy one. So like I said, an unlikely union, the synergy. Sometimes serendipity, fate, things happen that, you know, we never expect. We would never expect, you know, because we use our ego mind about stuff. So now we have your hard work is paying off. Yes. Okay. So the synergy, see, your hard work is paying off. You've done a lot of work. So you've raised your vibration and now you are getting out of that cycle of that karmic crap and that toxic person, and you're elevating. So, you know, trust in the process and trust in the universe that you've worked hard, and you might not know what you need best. That might be your ego putting you back in that karmic cycle again, right? And then on the bottom we have meditate and contemplate. Yes, so really think it over. Don't just throw in the towel and let your ego take over. All right, so I want to get a couple tarot cards for these. Okay, so this romantic love and nothing is set in stone. There you go. The Two of Cups. It's like a perfect match for you. Soul-wise, spiritually, harmony, balance. Could be a actual soul connection. And you might be dismissing it because you're letting your human side, your ego, get in the way. Thinking like, oh, they're not really my type. Or, oh, what would people think? Or, they're whatever. Get that out of your head. Look at the stuff you went through before, all these toxic relationships and over and over and over. You get out of it. If you want something different, you got to change. You got to change yourself. You got to step out of it, right? And then, yeah, like, yes, we already know you've been through a lot. Who hasn't these days, right? Especially in love, because it's crazy. But, you know, you're still standing. You're still strong. You're wiser for it. So, you know, just don't let that pride get in the way. All right, so let's go ahead and see on the other one. The hard work is paying off and the synergy. Yes. You're closing that karmic cycle if you allow it to. But if you let your pride get in the way and say, they're not my type, I'm going to go back to the people that I think is best for me. But I keep repeating the cycle, then keep getting dumped, cheated on, ghosted, they're commitment phobes, whatever. You got to get out of that. Yeah, and on the compassion, forgiveness, trusting your intuition. So, like, your soul knows that it's right. It's just your ego. So don't let that mess you up again. Do you want to go keep repeating that same crappy cycle and hooking up with the same crappy people that don't want to wake up and grow or heal or got mommy issues or they're commitment phobes or whatever their problem is? They got to heal themselves. You can't, like, keep waiting out for that, okay? So that's the message for the collective, and now we're going to go ahead and get a message for each sign, okay? So let me put this on pause for a minute, and I'll be back. Okay, so let's get into all the signs. We're going to go ahead and start with Gemini, since the new moon is in Gemini, and the sun is in Gemini. So you actually have both the moon and the sun in your side, so that makes it very powerful. So your brainstorming and problem solving are going to be really good right now. But you know, you also have Mars and Venus. Yeah, Mars and Venus are in a placement of where you are able to communicate better as well. But the only thing is that because of Neptune being in the 10th house, it may make you feel like even though you want to take the lead, you might be a little more hesitant or leery about taking the lead. So instead of focusing on, the fears or the doubts or insecurities or anything like that about your hesitancy, just remember all the things you have accomplished, okay, Gemini? So let's go ahead and get into it, because you do have that sun and moon in your placement, and it's very powerful, as well as, like I said, those two signs that are helping you with that communication, Mars and Venus. That's your masculine and feminine energy. Mars is a masculine planet, and Venus is that feminine energy. So that's that balance. So that's really good for you, because you have that duality anyway. So let's go ahead and see what the frequency's coming up. Yeah, look at that. We have compassion. So when we have the masculine and feminine energies centered and balanced, we do have that compassion. We can come from that side of having that compassion. So, like I said, you have that going for you. And this is the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that the unconditional love can flow from source through your heart and into the world. So that's very good, especially when you have that communication going for you and that empowerment of that sun and moon both being in your sign, and having that logic and things like that. You might just not be a little clear, but other than that, things fall into place, and maybe this setting these intentions for the new moon will bring that clarity. So let's go ahead and see. Let's look on the bottom. Yeah, look, see, we have that magic. So working your magic, believing that. Some things are just not known. Sometimes we don't have clarity, and we just have to trust that intuition within us. So let's go ahead and get the Moonology card for you. And like I said, with the collective message, sometimes we think we have a certain way, like it's got to be this way. And then we've had so many things that have gone wrong that way, but we still, like Sword said, yes, I know best for me. And sometimes we just got to trust the universe and just let it flow to us, okay? Instead of being resistant or pushing things, okay? So just remember that. Sometimes things are not known. Sometimes we don't know what's best for us, but the universe and our highest self does. So let's get this Moonology card for you. My net bracelet. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So there is coming to a conclusion here. So even if you don't have clarity, just trust the process, Gemini. Don't try to resist it. Don't let that lack of clarity, make you overthink things or doubt things or resist things or push things. Just go with the flow, Just trust your intuition and follow the path, and things will come to you. There is a conclusion coming, okay? So if you are one of those ones with that romance coming in with the collective, just kind of go with the flow and see where things fall, Trust your intuition. Look at the bigger picture. Yes. So look at the bigger picture. Like I said, right now, you have that that power of that mindset, that logic and all that. And as well as, you have the communication factor going in, but you just got to stop doubting things and just trust in the process, okay? Because look at the bigger picture and just know that you don't know everything. The universe works in mysterious ways. So opening up to the bigger picture. And like I said, if you're one of those ones that the collective message come out about somebody coming in that might not be your type, just trust the process. Sometimes we don't know what's best for us. And, be open to the bigger picture, So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards for you. Oh, I love that. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor on the bottom. So an Aries and the whole cycle, right? The karmic cycle. It doesn't have to be karmic. It just could be the cycle. Maybe you are moving into a new cycle with an Aries. Who knows? Let's see. We have the Page of Wands. Let's get all our cards and then I'm going to get 5. Okay, so we have, all right, so this we have this new energy coming in, setting our attention to what we're passionate about, our desires, what we want, and then we have the Star card, which is our dreams and our wishes. So it looks like you are going after your wishes. The Star card could also be a little bit of healing. So, maybe that clarity that's driving you crazy, maybe there's some kind of underlying reason why you're so hesitant because of that, not having that clarity. There is, like I said, you're going towards something you want to, your desire, your wishes for, which is perfect for our intentions. So make sure you do set them out there. And this is something that you're very passionate about. It's like in the beginning stages. So setting intentions is the beginning stage, right? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles and Judgment. So I feel like here too, you are moving slowly, planning things out, wondering about things because there's some kind of, you know, revelation or deep dive that you're going within and trying to figure out, like, you know, you might be questioning things and that's why you're hesitant. You know, sometimes our minds work that way, especially if we have that Mercury background where it's going to make us think about a lot of things and analyze a lot of things. You know, sometimes we got to get out of our head and just trust our intuition and our heart. So because you're moving slowly, and I feel like it's because maybe you are going over things that have happened before, questioning things too much. And like I said, sometimes we just got to go with the flow, Gemini, you know, and it's out of our hands, and let the universe just guide us through that thing, you know, and because you are coming into something that you're dreaming and wishing for. So something that you're wishing for, like in the beginning with the collective message, it might not be what you thought it was going to be, but just be open to it. Okay. You got to look at the bigger picture. There's something coming into reach. There's magic here. There's compassion. So there's a lot of energy coming in that something could be right on your path that's really good for you. And you might be a little hesitant or resistant from stuff that's happened in your past, or you could be just questioning it because, you know, your mind's just working 20 million miles a minute, you know. So just, like, you know, slow it down, you know, just come from the heart space and your intuition and kind of go with the flow and see a bigger picture and just see how it goes. Okay, so that's your message, Gemini. Oh, and look, there's a new beginning in the material world. So this is a new start to something, and it might feel a little, you know, off a little bit, but just trust that. Okay, just trust and see where it goes. All right, make sure you set those intentions though. So if you were out there setting your intentions, like, I want to connect with somebody, but then you're questioning it because, like, hey, it's not what I thought it was going to be. The universe doesn't always get us what we think is going to be. It's going to bring you the best way possible, the thing that's right for you. Okay, Gemini, so that is your message. So now we're going to go ahead and start into Cancer. Okay, Cancer, so this new moon in Gemini, you know, next month will be your new moon, but this month a new moon in Gemini is going to be, I have some little notes here for what the moon's going to affect each sign. So this new moon is going to give you the opportunity to heal and start again. And you're probably thinking, like, heal again, but there's something there. So it could be just revolving around your inner dialogue, your self-dialogue, or what you're saying to yourself, as well as you know, like, outdated mindset that's no longer serving you. So it could be something with that. All right. And it's a good opportunity, or this is an opportunity for you to do that reflection and, you know, and see where are you. How are you talking to yourself? What's that dialogue you're telling yourself? Are you believing something that's it's no longer serving you and it's outdated? And the thing is, though, because of Neptune being square with you, with Cancer, your sign, is it could make you feel a little restless. So don't let that trigger you or get you off track too much. You know, focus on, you know, what, you know, the things that you need to work on, and just kind of go with the flow. Don't let that restlessness get the best of you. Just kind of go with the flow. You know, it's always best to go with the flow and see where the universe is leading you. And this new moon intentions, this new moon energy with the intentions, just kind of follow that flow. Just kind of go with the flow with the tides. You're a crab, so, you know, crabs kind of float along with the tide. So just be in that energy. Don't try to resist it, okay? Okay, don't fight that rip current or whatever. Just let it take you. It's going to take you to a magical place, all right? So let's go ahead and get your activations card, your geometric activation card. Let's see what's coming up for you. It's this frequency energy with this new moon for Cancer, please. Let's see. What is this energy? The frequency, the sacred geometry activation card. If I can get a hold of it, they're so big. All right. All right, for Cancer. Let's see. You know, this is fun doing readings. I haven't done one for a while. I've only been doing the Daily Tarot. But it's nice. Okay. So we have integration. There you go. See, like integrating that energy. Don't let that restlessness get to you. Really reflect and see, like, how am I talking to myself? Am I believing this outdated thing that's not serving me anymore? It's I've outgrown it. Things like that. And look at the bottom. We have empowerment. Yeah. So if you integrate this energy, and kind of go with the flow and just let things happen, there's going to be some kind of empowerment for you. So we have integration, and it says the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Yeah. So, just because, some pattern or belief system or whatever that we've had since, birth, it doesn't mean it's right, Definitely not. That's why we got to release stuff like that. So, with these intentions coming in, you got to release that so you can bring in new things. All right? So let's go ahead and get a Moonology card. Once you release that, you're going to have more space and you're going to be higher vibration, more empowered. Okay? So, Moonology card for Cancer, please. Let's see. Adjustments are required. Yeah, there you go. The universe is telling you, Cancer, it's time to let go of that stuff that's not serving you anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Didn't we get sick of that song for a while? Especially if you were around kids. It's like, no more, please. So it is time to let it go, though. Okay, there's some adjustments required for you to integrate this energy that you're needing and to let go of the other. So there might be bits and pieces of like some of that behavior, like maybe some of it is still relevant, but there's pieces that you need to let go of. All right, and look, we have a fiery climax approaches. So yeah, there could be some like heat coming in. So be prepared. There could be something like, maybe you're having to set boundaries or cut somebody off, and there could be some kind of, fiery heat energy that's going to be this argument or whatever. Just be prepared. You got it. You got this. You can do it. You could just stay calm, cool. Don't take it personally. Just let it go. Go with the flow. All right? Just like your little shell just floats away. Bye-bye. You want to give me a hard time. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else is coming up for the tarot cards for you. Just because people are going to be upset or mad or it's best for them doesn't mean it's right for us. And we can't, you have your life to live, and if you're not resonating with something or it's not doing you any good anymore, you are definitely, allowed to do that, just because other people want to persist and stick us in a situation that doesn't happen. Okay, so yeah, so look, there's some intentions you're setting here and there's some lack. So this lack you have to let go of, whether it's your mindset, because a lot of this card can be like, woe is me, I don't have things, and we have to look at things in a different perspective. Okay, we take the lessons, we take the strengths from the things that went wrong or the issues we had, and we set those seeds for what we do want to bring in, because we know better now, right? So this is some kind of lack here. Is you're planting seeds, but there's some kind of doubt or lack here, and we have to integrate some kind of energy. We have to adjust. Some adjustments are required, and it might be setting boundaries or cutting something off or a heated something, because not everybody, just because some people do, if they can't accept that you put up boundaries, that person's not for you. Because if somebody cares about you, they're going to understand that you have healthy boundaries, that you have boundaries, they're not going to try to push you against that. All right, so let's get a couple more. You restless wishbone, what's going on, girl? Yeah, look at that. This could be a third-party situation, but this is definitely heartbreak. So it could have been something, you found out something, somebody hurt you, whatever, and it's like you just need to let it go. Maybe you're just trying to be too nice, hang in there, be friends, and it's hurting you, but they're getting the benefits out of it. So, whatever the situation is. Then we got a 3 again. Looks like there could be some kind of third-party situation here. And you could still be like somehow in the mix of it, and that's might be why you need to let it go. But there's some kind of energy here. It could have been a friend's relationship and somebody got together and you guys were together and they I don't know. Whatever it is that's resonating with you, it's creating some kind of lack, and it's keeping you from planting your own seeds for other intentions to move forward, to have the best things you need. So it's time to get your power back, and adjustments are required, and it might take a fiery convex to do it, but that's what you need to do, okay? So if there's some kind of pattern of belief, like old pattern of belief, or some kind of energy that you have to heal and remove, this energy, this time of this moon is helping you out with it. So take advantage of it, okay, Cancer? Let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, some kind of sneaky behavior here. Yeah, definitely. You know, you don't need that. Okay, so that is your message, Cancer. Thanks so much. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Taurus? What? Maybe it's a Taurus, Cancer. Is it a Taurus? All right, so let's move into Leo. Hey, Leo. So this new moon in Gemini, there could be some news coming in. It could be coming through like social media or something like that, some kind of news that you're getting. But there is a catch that it could be not clear, because Neptune, unfortunately, is square the moon, so that can bring a little haziness in. So there could be some lack of clarity to the news you're getting, but you could be, getting through the grapevine or through social media or something like that, some kind of news. So, but just be aware that it might not be as clear. So, don't jump the gun or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get your cards and see what frequency is coming through with the new moon with these sacred geometry cards for Leo, the sign of Leo. Let's go ahead and see what's coming up. Maybe it'll be regarding this news. I don't know. We're going to see. But just remember, though, that whatever this news is, don't jump the gun, because there's some clarity missing to it. It could be a little hazy, all right? And you don't want to get yourself in a deep end, because, you're taking it to heart, and it's not clear. So be careful with that. But there is news coming up, hopefully. Not hopefully. Hopefully it's good news, I should say. Let's see what's coming in. Okay, so it's romantic love. So it could be something to do with that. This was the collective message too. So there could be somebody that has their eye on you, and you hear it through the grapevine, or you hear it through social media. But, just be aware of the source or how they're explaining it. Or, if it's not coming directly from this person, just be careful with that. And allowance. So we have allowance coming in too. So this allows us to be open to whatever comes our way. So being open to it, but just make sure you get it clear, okay? Because there's some lack of clarity. It could be from the Neptune energy. So this romantic love says the frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with a reflection of a conscious lover. So there could be somebody that has their eye on you. Somebody could be telling you that somebody's interested. But it's best to maybe go directly to that person and get the information. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's coming out with the Moonology cards for you. So if there's somebody that you've had an eye on yourself, and you're hearing that they might have the same for you, or you had this, kind of suspected that they had some kind of little crush or something on you, it might be coming in. That might be the news you're receiving. So let's see what this Moonology card says. Moonology for Leo. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, so don't jump the gun with anything. Make sure you step back, take a breath, think things through, clarity. Like I said, go directly to the source if needed, and have that open communication. And look, believe in the impossible. So this could be something that you didn't think was going to happen, and it's coming through. So that's good. So this could be an intention you set before, and it's coming to fruition now. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards for you. Love that energy. So it's kind of like, our mindset makes our reality. So, if you allow this energy to come through, and not try to control the situation, push things, or, jump the gun or anything like that. There does look like there's some kind of news, and it looks like good news if that's what you want. I mean, it might not be something you want. Let's see what's coming through with the tarot. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, look, trust your intuition, definitely. And be compassionate about this, So even if you're not interested in whoever's coming to say, hey, I'm interested in you, be a little compassionate. It's very hard to put yourself out there and say, hey, I'm interested in you, and then somebody just brush you off or make fun of you. So be careful with that if that's the case. Let's see what else is coming up. That takes a lot of courage to do, right? Yeah. Again, this is telling you to step back and really contemplate and, you know, think things over before you jump the gun, all right? Ooh, this is swift action now. This is coming fast. So it's like I kind of feel like it's before the end of June here. So this during this new moon energy, what is that usually, a week or so? Could be an air sign too. Look at that. They got their intention set on you. They're taking quick action. Whatever this new moon is like really pushing them to take action. So before, you know, you jump into anything, or, you know, if people are telling you things, make sure you are really thinking things through, get that clarity, really contemplate things, come from that compassionate heart, and trust your intuition with it. All right, let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, there's that lack of clarity. So there's something that's still not all known. Just be careful with that. You know, don't jump the gun and assume or lash out. Okay, get the details and best from the person's mouth themselves before you go listening to any gossip or anything like that. All right. So that is your message, Leo. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Hello, Virgo. So this new moon in Gemini also shares the planet Mercury with you. So this is a very powerful energy for you. So there could be something that you're very passionately wanting to start, a project or whatever it is that you're very passionate about. But because of the Mars and the Venus, as well as the Neptune, is a hazy, and it's like square the moon right now, it could make you keeping it under wraps, and also a little bit of confusion, like, you know, how to maybe start it or how to present it or whatever. So you're kind of keeping it under wraps, but there is something that you're very passionate and wanting to start. It's just like right now it looks like you're trying to figure out the you know, how-tos, the dotting the I's and crossing the T's and all that stuff, as well as, you know, so you're keeping it like on the down low, but you're also a little bit confused about how to process this or to start it or something like that. But we're going to go ahead and get some cards and see what else comes up with this energy of this new moon. So we're using the Sacred Geometry activation cards. This is that frequency. So let's see what this frequency is for you, for this new moon in Gemini, who also shares that Mercury planet with you. Mercury is all about communication, right? Logical thinking, things like that. So let's see. So I really feel like with that, it's like you're keeping it under wraps because there's some kind of confusion around it, but like the logical part and you know, that I think you have clarity on. It's just there's some kind of presentation or something that you're not quite sure on, and you're just kind of keeping it on the down low, like you're not sure about putting it out there to everybody. But let's go ahead and see what this frequency is. Ooh, no, not yet. We had too many. All right, let's see. Oops. Oh, well, we have delight. Whatever this is just delight. That's good. So the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. This more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Wishbone? Sorry about that. So whatever this is, this brings a lot of joy to you. And it taps into your creativity. So I love that. So that's why you are like pushing forward with it. But you're, like I said, you're keeping it on the down low right now for some reason. There's consciousness too. So it could have something to do with like a lot of people might not understand or agree with. So you're kind of just keeping it down. And also too, sometimes when we present everything to everybody, they try to smash that. So you're just kind of keeping it on your own right now. So let's go ahead and get a Moonology card and see what else is coming up for you. All right, so what's this Moonology card for Virgo at this time, please? See, everybody wants their opinion out there. So that might be why you're definitely keeping it under the radar right now, because, you know, everybody has to put their 2 cents in and tell you what they think you should do with their life. And a lot of times they don't even have their own life together, right? So let's see. A personal issue reaches resolution. So it could be something with that too. There's some kind of something that needs to get cleared up or resolved before you can start something new. So it could be that energy as well. And then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah. So it does look like there's something you have in the works. You're keeping it on the down low now because things have to clear up. And, you know, you're just letting that fall aside, this rough patch or this personal resolution, and, you know, that tough cycle, you know, you're letting it all close out before you start something new. So I love that energy for you. Let's get some tarot cards. Wishbone? I see you peeking out that door. Probably sees kids running by or something. All right, let's see. Virgo, what's the tarot cards for Virgo during this new moon in Gemini? Ah, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. A new cycle. Love that. There's some trapped energy here, though. So, yeah. Whatever this confusion is, don't let it keep you trapped, you know? Figure a way around it or push through it or something, you know? Don't allow that, like, I have to have my everything perfect before I start. Don't get in that, man, because it's going to... Oh, look, Gemini card. So this could be this season. Gemini season. I think it ends like the 21st or something like that. So you have a few more days. So something could be happening then. That confusion could be lit up. This also, the Lover's card, it could be about a choice you need to make. And it also could be about a relationship. So, what I'm getting for some of you... Yeah, Two of Cups now. Okay. So we have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. We also have the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords where you're trapped. So it could be something about a relationship ending before you can start something new here. Because we have this energy and then we also have like a karmic cycle as well as feeling trapped. So this cycle could be ending. So something new could be coming in. This could be the new energy coming in. Maybe one relationship's ending and a new one's coming in. Whatever it is, okay? This also could be just a partner, like in a business as well. So there looks like some kind of cycle is ending and something new is coming in. All right? All right, so that is yours, Gemini. Let's see what's on the bottom here. Oh, yeah, there's some kind of... No wonder you're keeping it under wraps. There's some kind of deceit, manipulation, some kind of negative energy. I would keep it under wraps as well until you're ready. So that is your message, Virgo. Thanks so much for watching. Good luck. Hello, Libra. So this new moon in Gemini, of course, you're back like in your element of air. So because Gemini is another air sign. So that could be a benefit to you. You could be doing a lot of networking with friends. You could be doing, planning some travel, whatever it is. But because of everybody's has this isn't just for you, but the Neptune is actually square the moon. So what it's doing is creating a lot of disclarity as well as some confusion. So make sure before you do decide something, and like if you're unclear about it or there's some confusion, make sure you really sit with that. You don't want to jump into something with indecision, like you're jumping down a rabbit hole. You don't know what you're doing. So be careful with that, because I know you have an issue. Libras can have an issue with being undecisive. So, gain some clarity. Take your time before you jump down that rabbit hole undecided and figure out, okay? The consequences especially. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the frequency is around this new moon with you with these sacred geometry activation cards. Okay, Libra, so let's go ahead and see. Let me get these cards. These cards are so big that they just fall out of my hand. I have to like stretch. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up. Let's go ahead and do a little shuffle and fluffle. Let's see. If I can get around to them. All right, Libra. Let's see what's coming up for Libra. What is coming up for Libra? This frequency energy. What's this frequency? This new moon for the sign of Libra. We have coherence. And then on the bottom we have synergy. Nice. So coherence, the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart and with frequency of the mind for optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Yeah, so it looks like, you're having that coherence of your heart and mind. So that's good. That's a good energy. And synergy, of course, this is allowing and accepting the not so obvious. So there could be something that, is not really obvious, but it's coming in. So there could, like I said, there could be some lack of clarity and some confusion. So make sure you really sit with that, but know that there could be something coming in here and, you're balancing out that heart and mind. So that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and get the Moonology card for you. So that's on your side. Okay. So make sure you do, listen to your mind, but as well, listen to that heart, Don't just jump in because of one thing or the other. Balance them both out. And right now it is, Gemini is a Mercury. So it is, all about that logical thinking and stuff. So make sure you tap into your heart space as well. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, conclusions are within reach. Nice. So something is coming to a conclusion. So I love that energy. That's what I'm saying, though. There's something coming to a conclusion, but just make sure you are thinking both with your brain and also feeling with your heart before you make that decision. Get a little more clarity before, again, like I said, you jump down that rabbit hole being undecisive. All right. And it says what you need to release. So there could be something that you're needing to release here. So it could be something from your past that you're holding on to, and you're like listening to that more in your heart space or your head, and you're not balancing that energy out or seeing the clarity of it. And you want to do that, okay? All right, so let's get some tarot cards for this. Okay, Libra, what's coming up for this new moon in Gemini? What's coming up? Okay, so, all right. So there could be something wrapping up here by Cancer season. Okay. All right, so we have some Chariot coming out. So this could be a Cancer. This is all about our willpower and determination. It also could be Cancer season, like I said, so something coming to fruition or whatever by Cancer season, which happens actually on June 22nd to July 22nd or 21st, something like that. So, but what it is it might not be too stable because we had the Four of Swords coming up. There could be something that's not quite stable. So make sure that might be why you need to really pay attention to this heart and mind space and make the decision, a little more clearly that what you want to do before you just jump in, okay? So like if that's the case, if it's a Cancer coming back or whatever, really think things through because there's some kind of toxic energy here as well with this Devil card. This also could be a Capricorn. So it could be more tempting and you just jump in where you're not thinking things through. So be careful with that. There could be some temptation to jump in and it's not really very stable for you, all right? And then we have this Knight of Pentacles. So this is something about saying, to methodically and slowly plan something, because it could be getting you off, like whatever you're trying to plant these seeds for this new moon, whatever you want to desire, you might just like be distracted and have this come in and just jump in, and then it takes you off your path for whatever you're setting up, because that instant gratification, we jump into that and then we mess up our long-term goal, all right, or the thing that's best for us. So take it slow and plan out things methodically before you go jumping in. Like I said, don't jump down that rabbit hole without thinking things through, all right? So that is your message, Libra, Gemini season. And yeah, see, because there's some kind of lack of victory and success here. This is upright as success and victory. But whatever this is, you could if you go down the wrong rabbit hole, it's not going to be very successful. That instant gratification, it usually feels good for a few minutes, maybe a week, and then it's not. So be careful. Be careful what you wish for. All right, so that's yours, Libra. Thanks for watching. Scorpio, so we're going to go ahead and get your message for the new moon in Gemini. And right now, what is happening is you have Mars that is in a placement of your 10th house. That's your co-planet, Mars, because you have Pluto and Mars. So with it being in the 10th house, you might be really thinking about your career, like some kind of project or gig that you want to do. But with Neptune being square the moon, it creates some kind of confusion or some lack of clarity. So there could be some stuff you're not too sure about. So, you want to like sit with it for a while and figure things out, let something become more clear before you make a major decision about your career or your project or whatever it is, okay? So that's what's coming in. So let's go ahead and see what is happening with your energy during this new moon. So we're going to get this Sacred Geometry card for Scorpio. Maybe this will help assist you with this, whatever this career or path or a project or whatever it is, okay? Oh, we have Remembrance. Nice. And then on the bottom we have Realization. All right. So, remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully within this life. So there's some kind of realization here because of some kind of memory that's popping back up. And you might not be completely aware of it because, like I said, we have that lack of clarity coming in, but you could be like feeling like something's not quite right, you know? So trust that, okay? Because it could be your subconscious mind, you know, past lives, whatever, past memories coming through, but because of Neptune creating some kind of, you know, illusion, you might not see it clearly, okay? And you don't want to do something majorly drastic change if it's going to affect that. So be careful that you, you know, come to the realization of what it is, you know, do some deep revelations, whatever it is, right? Keep a dream journal so you can write down, like you might be getting information through your dreams, whatever, okay? Because there is some kind of memory coming through and there's going to be some kind of realization. And I feel like it's going to be some kind of answer to something you're trying to start, like as your career or your profession or something like that, all right? So let's get some, let's get a card on this Moonology and see what else is coming up. So for some of you, I feel like, you know, there's an opportunity coming up or you want to take this opportunity, but there's something that still might be keeping you back a little bit. This lack of clarity or just this intuitive feeling that's telling you like, you know, it looks really good, but I don't know. So let's see. But make sure it's not your fear, you know, that it's, but if it's an intuitive thing, you know, make sure it's not your ego with fear instead of your intuition telling you like something's wrong, you know. And I know that can be difficult, but you know, let's see. It's time to take action. Oh, so now you have this Aries card, which is another Mars thing telling you to take action. So, you know, also whatever this is, I think you need the clarity, but it might be that you're not going to get all the clarity. So you're going to have to trust your gut and take action, whether it's this or not. You're going to have to, because sometimes if we keep putting off things, we're going to lose it anyway. So if it's something you want, I would say take action quickly. If it's something you don't want, turn it down and just move forward. Okay, but trust your gut. All right. And then we have faith in your dreams. So having faith in your dreams as well. So it could be something with your ego just telling you like, okay, I just don't feel like this is right. But I do feel like you are getting some kind of realization through your dreams. But so make sure you jot them down. So I really feel like this is ego and the higher self battle kind of ego and intuitive messages, like intuitive messages you're getting. You're kind of like not sure. It's like, which one is it, you know? So let's get some tarot cards. So this is telling you to have faith and take action. Whatever you're feeling intuitively, go for it. And like I said, this realization and remembrance is coming through somehow, but I feel like you're not getting clear on it. But just keep a diary or a journal, sleep dream journal. You know, do some meditation to really tap into your intuition. Yeah, it's time to take a risk and start a new journey here with the Fool. Sometimes we just got to go for it. We don't know what the outcome's going to be, right? But see, you're not really going within because we have the Hermit card. You're not going within and really thinking about this. But you are empowered. That's your card, the Death card. This is about major transformation. So there's some kind of major transformation. You're feeling empowered. So there's something here that you're just not clear on, and you're not really going within and figuring it out. It's kind of like you're just shuffling around it or avoiding it here. And then we have, yeah, so this is a decision that you have to make. You got to have to pick one. We don't always get all the answers. The Two of Wands is sitting there trying to make a tough decision. And, you know, he's waiting for answers, but this is saying you're not going to get the answers. You just got to make a choice. And what you have to do is trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Okay? And then on the bottom, the Chariot. So this could be by Cancer season. That something's coming in that you need to make a choice or whatever. This is all about your motivation and willpower. How bad do you want something? Are you going to let something stop you, or are you going to go for it? So that is the message for you for this new moon. It's setting your intentions and taking action on it. And, you know, not letting anything get in your way and trusting your gut. All right? So that is your message. Thanks for watching.